They do perform in pajamas, and they are men. But beyond that, the work of Pajama Men founders Mark Chavez and Shanoa Allen tends to defy easy description. It's weird, it's funny, it's unpredictable, certainly, with a mix of improvisation, physical comedy, and a wild, evolving cast of characters that one reviewer called, quote, a cartoon of the mind. They travel all over the world now, but the duo always returns to Albuquerque to test out new shows and possibly gather new material. Here's a quick peek at one of their performances. Do a special edition of New Mexico in Focus with a very funny couple of guys. The Pajama Men are here from Albuquerque. Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
you gallivanters both. I'm obligated as a host to announce, of course, you just got off a plane.
We did.
Right.
We came straight from the Sunport.
Yes,
to
a
here.
lovely Sunport.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome back to Albuquerque.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for being on the road.
Yeah.
What's been going on lately? Where you been performing? What's been going on?
Well, we were just in Austin. Before that, we were in Taos. We were actually in Albuquerque
wow.
for a while. We were filming a web series / pilot that we're working on
Cool.
here in Albuquerque. So we were filming that, kind of finished writing that here as well, and then
Yeah.
we went off to Taos.
Yeah.
Went to Austin. Now we're back to be here at the Chemo, and we'll go off to the Lensic in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
And so on.
Yeah, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a question about Albuquerque. How did you guys meet? When's the first time you guys met? What happened there?
Let's see, we met in 1993.
Yeah.
Which was not that long ago.
Yeah. Auditioning for the high school improv team.
Oh, seriously.
at
Which high school was this?
La Cueva High School.
Okay.
Here in town. And I walked past the Performing Arts Center and I just saw something was going on in there and I just walked inside and asked the teacher what was happening. She's like, we're doing improv auditions. I was like, I want to do that. And I had these 3 mohawks. I had 2 on the sides
Tri-hawk.
and 1 in the middle.
That's nice.
And the one in the middle was like stroided,
And
is what
I-
they called it. Instead of spiked, it was like, these are stroids.
I had my
fan.
conservative hair.
Right? I can picture this somehow. I can picture this.
No, I didn't have glasses.
You weren't wearing glasses?
No.
Anyway, something about Mark, like there
Yeah.
was something magnetic. I was like, I want to do something with this guy. And she was like, yeah, sure, you can audition. And I just walked up to Mark and I was like, you want to audition together? 'Cause there were
Seriously?
so many
We'd never
people
met.
up in pairs.
You had never met?
Yeah.
No.
So you just
We
knew this
knew
guy from
each
the
other
hallway,
were.
basically.
Yeah.
That's
I'd seen
brave.
him before.
That's brave.
Our
Yeah.
first interaction was on a stage
Yeah, it was
auditioning.
like, an improv
Wow.
scene is the first thing we ever did.
It's such a cliched question, but did you know? But was it just
Not-
sort of
I mean,
fun?
we
and,
knew that
you know,
I knew that I wanted to be friends, and
Okay.
like we
Something-
clicked.
Something
you know.
drew us to each other.
Yeah. But at that time, no, we didn't know that we would go off and be a comedy duo.
Sure.
You know, for
Sure.
the next
Yeah.
long while.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and that group, like, we performed one time at Kirtland Air Force Base for the Officers' Wives Club, and it was a total failure. Like, nobody laughed.
Yeah.
We had a group of 7 or 8 kids, took a bus in there. Somebody made some really awkward jokes about Vietnam, and like, we bombed.
Yeah.
But we had a great time, and we really became friends. And right out of high school, we got into another improv group that went for a couple of years called Dai Da, and learned a lot about long form improvising, and the work we did in that group together is still informing us today.
Wow, interesting. You know, when I look at the configuration of you 2 guys together, it's, you know, there's comedy troupes, there's comedy, you know, lots of different configurations, but not many duos out there. It's interesting when you think about it that way.
Yeah, it's funny when we run into duos.
Yeah.
I'm always excited to talk to them about.
I bet.
You know, about their what their life is like together. There's a lot of great ones out there, but there's not a. I think maybe in the UK there's a few more, or maybe I don't know, maybe just more of a tradition out there.
Right.
But even still, there's not a ton.
there's not a ton. It's
Way
not
more like sketch groups, improv groups, and stand-ups.
Right.
There are
Right.
double acts.
And it's not the classic, you know, sidekick. No one's a sidekick here.
Right.
It's you know, there's no main person. It just depends on the moment and what you need to get accomplished.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. And no scapegoat.
That's right. The secret to staying together. There's no scapegoating, right? Exactly.
Got to deal with it.
But there was a decision that it would seem to me that, you know, the direction we're going to go. We have something going here. It feels good. We're making people laugh. We're getting some gigs. But the idea to meld and mash up the sketch stuff that's written and planned, but as well as the stuff that you have to keep loose and be improvisational with, that would seem to me to take some time to develop, right?
Well, definitely. I mean, it's our rapport and kind of the way we deal with each other on stage that I think is one of the most like fun and exciting things about like what we're doing and why I love to do it.
Yeah.
We can't. You know, it's something I can't take for granted. You know, you don't meet and work with somebody,
Right.
you know, like that. You can't just go off and just have another partner like that.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
it takes so much time to develop. But
And our style, further to that question,
Sure.
has developed over a long time. Starting with purely improvised material,
okay.
and then starting to slowly go, okay, well, we'll just put a few guideposts in. This would be a funny bit, and we used to do this show, The Reptilian Lounge, that maybe some viewers are familiar with.
Part of the Trick Lock.
Yeah,
festival?
yeah, and it was up. It was up on Washington in this little. It was the Trick Lock Theater. Before that, it was the Riverside Theater. Before that, it was the Tres Amigos building. But it was like at the end of this hallway. If you were inside, it was a strip mall. So there's this long hallway that went for like a block.
Right.
And so the lounge would be going on, and Mark and I would go up the hall and write our set. And we would go last, and we did that week after week for a year probably, and by the time we were done doing that, we realized we had a lot of material that we could draw on, and we put together an hour set and took to the Canadian Fringe Festival circuit.
Nice.
And that's where we kind of really started.
Interesting.
Was,
Okay.
doing these Fringe festivals, and that led into doing more Fringe festivals, and then going over to Scotland and doing the Edinburgh Festival there, that branched out into comedy festivals in Australia and doing theater in London. And
Wow.
but it all started at the Reptilian Lounge.
Interesting. These days, does somebody have main writing duties more than another? Do you tend to write together, meaning physically in the same place, or?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like we work better when we're in the same room, like riffing.
Sure.
We'll work on scripts or other things, other projects we might be working on. We'll work on them separately, and then we'll meet. But it's when we're meeting that we get, I think, the best work done.
Right,
like kind of the
right.
best. We'll bring ideas to each other.
Sure.
Or characters.
Just
or
saw
that.
this crazy guy down the street. You're not going to believe what he did.
Yeah,
that kind of a thing, right?
It's never that direct.
I think I got him
you know?
down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I say that because
we still
I could.
write through improv. Sure. So we'll kind of hole up in a small theater or a studio somewhere and improvise for a few weeks. And
Right.
so with our live shows, definitely,
Yeah.
it's still up on our feet, and then we'll go to a cafe and kind of knock our heads against the wall and try to figure out what the story is.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite place to work out stuff? A crowd that you know is going to be there for you? Where you guys
Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Albuquerque,
yeah,
okay.
That's not a lie.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah. We always preview our new shows here
Okay.
and get them kind of on their feet, and then we take it out.
Yeah.
And then usually the pattern is like what we're doing now is we'll take it out for about a year, and we come back and show the kind of the final. Or not,
Interesting.
Because the show will continue to develop as we tour it.
Right.
So it's a much more well-oiled machine by the time it has a year under its belt. So the Albuquerque audience is forgiving enough to us and supportive enough to watch us fail and flail, and and then we try to come back and be like, look, we made it into something.
Yeah.
We won't always just abuse you with our half-written word.
Well, it's so important that we get it in front of an audience because we're working in a vacuum, and once we get it out there, we learn so much. Like it turns into something completely different, and then we learn a lot, and then we take that information and carry on.
Yeah. I'm very curious about something that when I watch improv, I always wonder how much trust is needed between the players. Meaning, what is that process like to build that trust? How much failure has to go into that? How much proper failure has to go into that? Then how do you know the things to build on when you're just throwing a lot of ideas?
Yeah.
Is it a gut thing? How does that work? I'm very curious.
Well, that's so funny. Like I have so much trust for Chanel on stage, and we've been through the entire gamut. I've definitely been on stage with him where I've just been like, I've got nothing. I am offering nothing.
That's fair.
And he's like, da-da-da, thank goodness he's here.
Right.
And there's that kind of thing. And like if that were the first interaction that we ever had, it would be like, oh, this guy's, what am I doing?
Right.
And then there's also that trust of just like being able to throw is random. I mean, we are really tuned to each other. We'll throw just a random idea or a thought, and he'll pick it up and take it into a different place, and I'll hit it back. And
yeah, and there's something that comes into play when we're opening new shows too, because not everything we do is improvised, but there's always an improvised element to it. And when you're creating something new, like we'll be just scrambling, putting the last few pieces together, and we walk out on stage sometimes for an audience, literally having finished the running order of what we're doing, like an hour before. And I don't know. It takes a lot of trust, but I always feel like, well, I can get through it.
Sure.
I got Chavez.
Sure. Right. But there's so much going on too. If I don't want to say falling down, that's not the correct term. But if somebody needs to be picked up by the other, it would seem to me that at the experience,
But really, improv, if you're talking about it in basic general, it is just like an exercise of failures. Like it's like, well, how will this fail? Like, what is it?
Right.
It's all because it's all these gifts that happen. Like when something is wrong or something gets kind of screwy.
Right.
And those are kind of the fun things. If things go along as planned, like how was your day? It's fine. The sun is shining.
Right.
Like if something can happen that's a little different, and
Sure.
And I get, and you also trust that the other person is willing to go along with you to weird places. I mean,
Right.
I've thrown so many bizarre things at Mark, and there's enough, and we're able to be cruel to each other.
Sure.
I mean, I've said horrible things to Mark on stage, but I feel safe doing that because I know he knows that they don't come from my heart.
Right. Just don't turn your back.
Because I play a lot of mean,
Right.
evil people, and yeah.
That's kind of cool. But there's also another element, it seems to me, as well, and that is you have to trust the audience. And to trust the audience, you have to respect the audience first, it seems to me. And that's what I feel like when I see you guys perform. You trust us to hang in there with you.
And
You know what I mean? I love that about it.
We learned that. I remember when we started figuring that out. We would watch like better, more seasoned people. We were pretty green, and like, look at them. They're just waiting. And they're like,
Yeah, look how comfortable they are.
it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
You need to just kind of. But yeah, I remember that was.
And you have to earn the audience's trust as well.
Good point. Very good
Because
point.
if they sort of feel like, oh, this guy is afraid
Right.
and desperate, they're not going to come along with you. But if you seem like you know what you're doing, even if you don't, they'll hang in there with you in the same way. Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that interesting? In that context, I remember reading about this very thing. I think it was David Mamet or somebody saying, look, the audience goes to the theater to see bravery, to see people do a brave act that they can't do. That's part of the experience. And I get that feeling when I see you guys up there too. It's a brave thing you're doing. That's the thing that kills me about improv. I think it's just not for mere mortals, it seems to me, Because the failure to me would seem to be it's naked. You're just naked in front of everybody, It's
No, it is.
Nobody's lives are on the line.
And you
Good point.
do really, and I know I love that attitude. I think it's, but it also is the audience also knows.
Okay.
They know that it's so you do get a little bit more leeway. And,
Yeah, you get away with things like
Right.
because they know that you're on your toes. They'll laugh at things that if you came in saying I wrote this crap, they're not going to laugh at it.
Right.
But because they see you think of it in the moment, then there's a lot more wiggle room.
Right.
And because of that, when we're developing shows that are written, we'll have just is it funny or is it improv funny? Is it just funny for that moment because it was improvised and so be like no that's not that won't stand the the discerning eye of the
Do you watch yourselves? Do you rehearse and record and watch yourselves? It's more by feel, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That's the main
we tried a lot of that. We tried audio recordings and video and that kind of thing, and it was.
It's quicker just to
You're
take
basically
it.
rehearsing twice at that point.
So we'll improvise. We'll do a long form improvised rehearsal. So we'll try to improvise a play in an hour.
Yeah.
And set up all our characters and try to have a story that makes it all the way through. And while we're doing that, we'll have notebooks lying around in the theater with us, and just when anything seems interesting or funny, we just dash over and write it down. Don't break out of it and just come right back into the scene where we left off.
Right. Interesting. Are certain crowds better than others for you? Is there a certain Pajama Men country, city, or age range? Is any commonalities there?
There's places where we're more established.
Yeah.
We're more established in Australia and in the UK than anywhere else.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's interesting to move around too. Like we were just in Austin, not very many people came to the show. And, so we'll be in like Melbourne, Australia, and we just have these huge audiences. And then, the next week you're somewhere else. And I think it's really great to move around like that. It keeps you really humble. It keeps you trying.
Sure.
Because it's an interesting experience to show up and be like, nobody knows who, you're there you are.
Right.
Like,
It's a number of wild characters one will see if they go to see you guys. An amazing array of it's I can't even tick them off. Some of the shows I've seen, they're so out there. Where do some of those ideas come from? Some of the characters. I'd read that you get ideas from folks out in the street and stuff, and a lot of comedians do that. But some of them are so out there, like they're almost not even human.
They
for God's
seep
sake.
in.
Yeah.
You know? And sometimes I'll be doing a voice and I don't know where it's coming from, and I try to figure out what it is, especially if it seems familiar, because I don't want to just be outright imitating somebody, unless it's conscious. You know what I mean? Like I have this Audrey Hepburn character that I went through this phase where I was like, God, Audrey Hepburn, and I watched like every Audrey Hepburn movie, and then like a year later, I was talking like this, and I couldn't figure out why, and then I realized like, oh, this is Audrey Hepburn, and then we just named that character Audrey. We're like, let's just be acknowledge what's going on here.
Right.
And then like I play this character Leopold, who is like, he's kind of a Nosferatu guy. So I know that I've been informed by other things there, but it's not completely Nosferatu.
Right.
And that just started with me like realizing if I bite my cheeks, I was looking in the mirror, and if I bite my cheeks, it makes my mouth a weird shape, and then I can actually like move my bottom lip independently.
That's interesting. I've never tried that. That's interesting.
I can't
kind
do it.
of turned into a guy after a while. And now it's one of my favorite characters. I mean,
Yeah.
he's somewhere between Nosferatu and like Scar from The Lion King. So it comes
Those are two interesting bookends.
comes from a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Because his voice can be very sort of more in that, but his physicality is a lot more spooky, kind of Halloween
Yeah.
BS.
How much did this town inform your early work for characters?
As we were working on this new project we were going on, a lot of the characters we have are people from like our past,
Yeah.
like just these really New Mexico, Albuquerque style folks that we had been in contact with and I didn't because we used to, I think also the kind of influence we would have like is from like the movies we watched when we were younger and that kind of thing.
Sure.
That kind of comes out, but yeah, we really do quite a lot of kind of.
Somewhere between Chevy Chase and the South Valley.
Yeah.
Mark, Shanoa, thank you very much. The Pajama Men, you guys are kicking it, and we're very proud of you here in Albuquerque. We're very, very, very
You're
proud
doing
of you.
great too.
Oh, heck. You got
you.
I'm not going to Edinburgh, though, for
Well, come on, come
honestly,
visit.
it's been, you guys have more influence here. I'm going to tell you right now as you're sitting here than I think you might even realize. There are folks that talk about you all the time. I hear it all the time. Those guys that are in London. So keep it going. It means a lot for Albuquerque.
Oh, thank you, and thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, come back and see us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Right on.